What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Back on the boxing grind real quick. And Dan Rafael is reporting. Shout out to Fat Dan. One time for the one time. He does, do some good work every now and again. Reporting that possibly sometime in April, I think the tentative date is April 14th, that Keith Thurman will be making his return versus Jessie Vargas. I told you guys that's the only fight I want to see Keith Thurman take. As far as a nice little tune-up fight, a lot of you guys say it's a tough tune-up fight. I say, yeah, after being out a year, only fighting once in 2017 and once in 2016, he really don't deserve a true tune-up fight. And the worst I was willing to go was like Ray Robinson, perhaps somebody like that. Guys who beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs and stuff of that nature. Somebody in there. It wasn't too many guys, that was there to fight Keith Thurman. And Jessie Vargas made the most sense, and he was over there in Asia for so long, and I'm pretty sure he spent a lot of money paying bills at home and spending money over there. So, he needed a nice comeback fight that paid good enough. And I like the Jessie Vargas fight. Jessie Vargas is now fighting, now training with Mike McCullum. We talked about that the other day. Keith Thurman's looking to get back to business. This is a fight that Keith Thurman should win. And by taking Jessie Vargas, I figured that his elbow is healthy enough. It'll be April 14th for the tentative date. But Dan Rafael, and I'll link the article in the description, also said that date can move sometime in a month. So Keith is definitely making it by my strip deadline, which I said if he didn't fight by June, I would like to see him stripped to all his belts and have to work his way back up. So he's going to be coming back in April. I like to see more February, March. I understand that his elbow might not be 100% yet, and they're trying to play it safe. I like Jessie Vargas. One of the guys I would like to interview. A few guys. I don't look to, interview a lot of people, but Jessie Vargas, man, you hear him call fights, you hear him talk on Vilified Media, E-News. He seems like a solid guy. He knows the sport, and he seems like a pretty honest guy. I'm pretty sure him and Mike McCullum is going the body snatcher. For guys that's old enough to remember Mike McCullum, who was a great fighter, especially at 154 pounds with that body work, coming live from Jamaica. It's not working together. And one of our subscribers said Dewey Cooper is a camera whore, and he's better at working with UFC fighters. So maybe Jessie Vargas felt the same way. I like what Dewey Cooper did with Jessie Vargas. He made him from a conventional fighter to doing a little bit of things unconventionally and doing things different and making them harder to figure out. But, a lot of people forget how good Keith Thurman is. And I think this type of fight that can kind of, make him and the Earl Spence fight, back to the 50-50 that we always thought it would be, or in favor of Keith Thurman, which I thought it would be at one point. When you don't see somebody fight for a long time, you tend to forget how good they are. So Keith is going to have to flex his skills and flex his power and everything else he got in his repertoire that night. Because Jessie Vargas won't be an easy out. Jessie Vargas got a tune-up fight in versus Eric Hernandez, dropped him, and then Phil is strong. Heard his punches were snapping a little bit harder. He knocked off the ring rust. We here now. Jessie Vargas, you must have talked to Al Heyman. This must have been in the works for quite some time. He left Top Rank. They was trying to sign him back to a contract. Probably trying to say, all right, we'll offer you this fight if you sign a 5-fight contract or 10-fight contract back with us, because that's what Top Rank does. If anybody, that don't know, Jessie Vargas is not with Top Rank. I have been following that story all 2017, and he's back with Al Heyman. He used to be Mayweather Boxing Promotions when he was training with Roger Mayweather. Now he's back, at least with Al Heyman, and he know where the real money at. At least he's not, speaking bad on Top Rank and Bob Arum. They did good by him. He had a lot of fight dates on HBO, but at the end of the day, it's business. They had him fighting between 140 and 147. And, with Al Heyman, he had 147, and Al Heyman has all the dogs there. You want a Devin Alexander, you want an Omar Figueroa, Mikey Garcia, you want an Earl Spence, you want a Sean Porter, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want it, whatever level of welterweight you want, he got it. Felix Diaz, Sammy Vargas, Luis Collazo, Devin Alexander, the list goes on and on. He has the majority of, the fighters at 147 and Al Heyman. And Terrence Crawford is going to have Bob Arum, work with him, because Bob Arum has nothing now. As far as Constantine Pourmarv, Tim Bradley retired. But let's speak on Keith. In the video, Keith is a talented fighter. A lot of people forget how good Keith really is. And that's natural. When you haven't seen somebody fight in, And they say KO's for life, and they selling one time for the one time. I knock them out, all it's going to take is one time. And the knockouts start coming because that naturally happens. When you step up in competition, knockouts stop happening. You know, but so when you match versus starting style, you know, that people forget that the knockout power is real, you know. And Keith has changed his approach. You know, now that he didn't got what he was looking for with the belts and the recognition and being recognized as the #1 welterweight and a pound-for-pound fighter, he's fighting more tentative. You know, I don't want to use the word scary, but he's fighting with more caution, a little bit safety first. And I think potentially he's gonna have to break he had to break that frame out, you know, bust out of that and get back to the old Keith Thurman who came out early versus Danny Garcia, was landing bombs, and continue to finish the fight like that. And it's a good test versus Jessie Vargas. Vargas has a solid chin. And I think he's going to need to be the aggressive Keith Thurman for a guy like Errol Spence to keep him off of him. And I still like his chances versus Errol Spence. You know, I was leaning towards Errol, but I'm not saying like this is a total blowout. Keith got skills and he got power and a lot of speed. Let me know what y'all think.